Hello, Atlanta Athletic Club. Matt Sheck, PGA teaching pro here at the club. I'm out here on a very windy, very cold February day to tell you one of my favorite drills when I was a kid. This is a drill that is going to tremendously help your ball striking. Why do people struggle with ball striking? Well, I would say it comes down to two key points. The first key point is they never get behind the golf ball. And the second part would be that they have a wave of the golf club at the impact area. A wave means that the lead forearm is pointed behind the shaft. This means that the club is pointed left and that the low point was somewhere back here where the forearm is pointing. So it's, in golf terms, a scoop. Golf professionals do not scoop the ball, but they do the two things I just said very well. They get behind it, and then they somehow get the shaft leaning forward at impact. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean that they are pulling the grip through? Are they holding it back? I'm going to tell you right now, if you're holding the whole way, you're not going to have much speed. So that brings me to the third thing, is they're actually snapping the club through. They're whipping it. Because if you look at a professional as they follow through, they're always going to have the trail arm over the lead arm. So the grip, the glove is on the bottom. The arms are very extended, just like this. If they were holding, they would be like, look like amateurs, honestly. Amateurs tend to have folded arms and the glove still on top. That's because they never got behind it, and then they try to lean back as they're casting and doing these things. So the drill I want you to do, for recreational golfers, I always get asked the question, I can't turn like the pros. That's not necessarily true, but if it was true, you would never want to have the ball in the middle of the stance because it would be even harder to get behind it. So this drill would be absolutely for you, because this drill, find your mat, put the golf ball one shoe width or 5 inches from the front of the mat. So now as I set up to it, it's going to be almost on my armpit. It's going to be way in the front. And if you wave at all, it's going to go left, or you might hit it fat. One of those two. But the good thing about it being in the front is it's easy to get behind the ball. Now we just got to learn how to snap the golf club out in front. Did you hear that sound? That's me snapping, and then look at my finish. Very simple. So just hit balls in the front of your stance. See how straight you can hit it and how high you can hit it. And then you'll be getting better without even thinking about anything. So front of the stance, we're going to not hold it. We're going to snap it and learn how to hit it more out in front of us because we're getting behind it so easily. I'll play some videos here on the side, and you can see how pros get really behind the ball, and then they hit it out in front of them as they're pushing through. Once you've hit a ton of these shots in the front of your stance, you have a good feeling of those two things. You have the feeling of what it's like to get behind it, and you have the feeling of what it's like to snap the club out in front of you and turn it over and not pull it left. So now you can pull the club ball back to the normal part of the stance, to me, which is on the heart, just inside your front pec muscle or the left ear. Now we can make a normal swing, and it's a lot easier now because we've learned how to hit it so far in front. We can do a regular swing. appreciate you, everybody watching. Hope you enjoyed this lesson. Thank you.